To absolutely no one's surprise whatsoever, Velma was complete and utter, unfunny, bland trash. That's really the only way to put it. It's a show that you would think most people universally would be able to agree on the fact at how bad this show is. Yet, here we are again. Scooby-Doo spin-off Velma show review bombed on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. Or maybe this, just hear me out a minute. Maybe it's just the show's fucking awful. Is that ever a possibility for these shills? I guess that's the only way that, well, I'm honestly convinced at this point that these articles are AI articles. They must be. Every bad show that comes out, we get this same article that says the same shit, and every time you'll notice it's always a bad show. It's always a bad show that has apparently been review bombed. It's funny how they never mention good shows that were review bombed, because if that was the case, then, the shit they're spouting would actually hold weight, but it doesn't, because you're talking about Velma. That is the show you're going to try and defend and put off the bad reviews as, oh, it's just review bombing. It's just trolls. It's just trolls. No, it's just the show's fucking terrible. There's no getting away from that. Again, I don't know why we have to go through this whole song and dance every time. Just at how bad these shows are. But let's see what Screen Rant have to say, shall we? Let's see what they actually... Let's see where they go with this. Let's see if they have any new ideas to throw at us. Spoilers. No, they don't. But they say the Scooby-Doo spin-off Velma faces massive review bombing campaign on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb. No, it's just a bad show. It's just a bad show. There you go. I've saved you writing an article that you got paid fuck all for, most likely. Set before the Scooby-Doo gang started traveling the world to solve... Well, it's not. It's nothing to do with Scooby-Doo. I don't know how you could look at this and go, oh, well, this is the origin story of the Scooby-Doo gang. Is it? No, I don't think that's the case. Navigating high school where they have 15, 16-year-olds lesbian kissing and stuff, because that's what they thought. I guess they thought that was funny. I don't know. The show stars Mindy Kaling as Velma, because it's her therapy session. Sam Richardson as Norville, Shaggy, Constance Woods as Daphne, and Glenn Howerton as Fred. Again, I'll say again, I don't know why. I don't know why Glenn Howerton signed up for this shit. But it doesn't feature the famous talking dog, which is a good thing. Instead, the show relies on adult humour. Can we call it humour? If something's not funny, how can we... You're using the wrong word there. Humour, I don't think that's the word. That earned it an R rating by having 15-year-olds get into lesbian relationships. Unfortunately for the show, it has been the subject of review bombs. No, it's not. As of the time of this writing, Velma has an 18 audience score. I don't think that's the case. As opposed to its 60% critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, I did have a look through some of the Rotten Tomato reviews from the critics. There was one on there where the Mary Sue, we know how good they are. The Mary Sue said it was a laugh out loud comedy. Now, that is derangement, if I've ever seen it. While many believe that Velma's R rating is a bad idea, it's not a bad idea, it's just the fact that this isn't good. It's not funny. Not funny in the slightest. That doesn't account for the absolute slam of incredibly negative reviews. We all know where we're going. That come within only hours of the show's release, as only 2 episodes have been aired so far. So they ask the question, who is review bombing Velma and why? Velma features race-blind casting. No, it doesn't. Mindy Kaling knew exactly what she was doing, knew exactly who she was going to cast. There's no this idea, because they brought it up in the first episode where you have Velma saying to Daphne, how do you feel about race-blind casting? It's like, no, you didn't do that for this show. You went in there with what you were going to do. You knew what you were going to do. There's no race-blind about it. Played by actors who are respectively South Asian, Asian, and Black. It wouldn't be the first time a diverse production has been review bombed due to its diversity. Yeah, that's why it's been review bombed. It's been review bombed because of the diversity, not for the fact that it's complete trash. Oh, these people are unbelievable. And yet again, we're going to bring up another bad show and try and claim been review bombed. Yeah, but it's bad show though. I expect bad shows not to get a good rating. That is what I expect to see when it comes to bad shows. Amazon's The Rings of Power was review bombed to the point that Amazon had to suspend review. Yeah, that's why they done it. It wasn't for the fact they just wanted to hide the reviews to paint, you know, their public image of this show actually being good. It had nothing to do with that. To determine which reviewers were being genuine about their opinions or if they were spewing hate for the sake of it. The fact that Velma is being bashed almost exclusively by men. No, it's being trashed by everyone. Everyone. Doesn't matter who they are. Everyone is trashing this show. Hints at the potentially sexist cause of the bombing. And if that isn't good enough for you, eventually we're going to get to racism. It's just racism. Right. It's definitely not an article written by an AI. That definitely isn't what it is. IMDb reports 159 men have reviewed the series with an average rating of 2.1. That's a bit high for me, to be honest. On the other hand, 18 women have given Velma an average rating of 4.1. Well, still not exceptionally high. The largest score does show the disparity between the opinions of men and women in the reviews. As a woman-led show, Velma isn't unique in being the source of vilification. Yeah, because that's what it is. That's what it is. Again, it's not the fact that it's supposed to be a comedy. It isn't funny. It's cringe. Again, as I said in my review, any negative words you want to come up with, it applies to this show. She-Hulk was review bombed. Another bad show. Again, you start to see the pattern. Oh, the shows that are being review bombed, they're bad shows. Again, we never see this for good things, do we? We never see it. House of the Dragon review bombed. Didn't see that because that was a good show. The reason why these shows are reviewed so low most of the time is because they are bad shows. That is what it is. That's not to say there isn't people going on there without watching it and stuff like that. But still, yeah, but you're talking about things that deserve a low rating. That is what you're talking about. Proving that these campaigns are hardly based on the material. Yes, they are. She-Hulk was trash. Rings of Power was trash. Velma is trash. I don't know how these freaks don't get it. Of course, that assumes that the reviews are non-genuine. Perhaps there are some reasons to dislike Velma. No, yeah, I don't have to dislike it. I can just say it's bad. I know it's bad. It's not about liking or disliking. It's just fucking bad. Even if the majority are mired in racism and sexism. You know, they never get tired of this, do they? As the show is based on the Scooby-Doo franchise, not really, didn't need to be. The only reason it's based on a Scooby-Doo, you know, the Scooby-Doo franchise is to get people to watch it. That's the only reason why. There have been many complaints about the beloved dog not making an appearance. Again, that's a good thing. And there have been critiques about the character of Norville being too distinct from Shaggy of the source material. Yeah, maybe that has something to do with the fact that Shaggy isn't a black guy. And second of all, they've now made, you know, the character that they're now calling Norville, which is Shaggy, they've made him a beta male simp. That he wanted to sell one of his lungs to get money for Velma. Right. That's... The idea of taking a children's cartoon and adding an adult element is also questionable. That's not the issue. You can take you can take children's cartoons and spoof them, make them more adult orientated. That's not the issue. The issue is that it's bad. At times it feels like pollution of the original shows and a weak attempt at relatability to older audiences. No, there's no relatability to older audiences either. If Velma is being review bombed for non-prejudiced but equally wrong reasons, it wouldn't be the first time, as Godzilla vs. Kong was review bombed by Snyder fans after Zack Snyder left DC as a way of getting back at the studio. Velma releases new episodes on Thursday, which I've decided to watch anyway, because I might as well rip into them a bit. Something to do, but yeah, there you have it. It's been review bombed, guys. Once again, another bad show has been review bombed. You just can't make this shit up anymore, can you? It's just, it must be just AI articles at this point. I'm convinced. You've got me. I'm convinced, because it's just, again, it's just, this article is the exact same as every other article that comes out when a bad show comes out. Oh, it's being review bombed. I don't even know why. Like, you would even think, oh, it is a possibility that it's just a bad show. But no, they don't even do that. They don't even do that. But yeah, apparently Velma, a terrible show, has been review bombed. Okay.